start off about why you chose web development and what was your academic background?
I have completed my graduation in 2022. And like from my college days, I was very interested in web development, like how the apps are working and how can we interact with web pages. So I have decided after graduation to join any institute and to learn, like to start a career in web development. So like I have joined this institute through my relatives. I have contacted and what are the curriculum and what is the curriculum and like how many months it will take the training and all. So like they have said that first 3 months will be classes and the next 3 months will be internship. So it sounds good to me at that moment. So I have joined and the classes went very well and the internship also went well.
Okay, nice. To the next question. So you told me that you were interested in web development from before itself, right? During your course itself. So I'm sure you were trying to figure out what institute to join. So did you look to another institute or was 10,000 Coders your first option?
No, like this is my first option to join. I had my institutes.
Okay. And how did you decide to choose 10,000 Coders and why did you decide to choose this institute particularly?
Yeah, like the curriculum was good. Like when someone listens to this, like from like within 6 months, you will be placed, and the classes and the live classes is the more like main thing. Like in other institutes, the recorded classes they are providing compared to recorded, live is better. So like interacting with the mentor and solving within the same day. So I got to know that this is the best institute. Like I have following in the Instagram also. Like the review was also good. So I decided to join this.
Okay. Yes. So can you quickly recall and go back to the first day, your first class in 10,000 Coders? After the class got over and before the class started?
Pavani ma'am said that like she teached HTML and CSS. Like on the very first day, like the introduction went well, and like she said that feel comfortable, and if you have any doubts, free feel to say that and free feel to ask. So like the first day went well, and the first month was very cool learning HTML and CSS, and the next JavaScript. So like from the initial days, I was somewhat bit confused learning JavaScript, and later and through research and the help of the mentor and the very supportive team, so I have cleared all the doubts, and until Redux, I'll get to know like in a clear way the concepts in a clear way.
Okay. You had also mentioned in your review that HTML and CSS was great, and when JavaScript started off, it was a little difficult. So what was the transition like, and why did you find JavaScript difficult particularly, and how did you overcome that?
Like compared to HTML and CSS, it's like everyone can understand. Like if there is a web page, we can like it's like the interactive way. The concept where we interact with the web pages. So I felt difficult in the coding part. So I am from like electrical background. I have no idea about the coding. So coming like from the starting of JavaScript, the coding must be learned. So at that time, I felt difficult from like 10 to 15 days. After that, I overcame that.
Okay, great. Okay, so you also told that you were from electrical background, right? And you mentioned that coding was difficult. So do you think that everything taught at 10,000 Coders was from basics? So are you happy with the entire curriculum and the way it was presented to you? Can you tell us that?
Yeah, I was very happy. Like from the scratch, they will be teaching. Like everyone can understand the concepts wise. And like this is the main, like, and practicing is more important. Like when we have interest in something, we need to put effort. And like the team is very supportive and we need to put more efforts. So like they have helped me every day and until I placed, and I'm very thankful.
Okay. So you also mentioned about stand-up calls, right? Was it necessary?
Yeah, it's definitely necessary to like to know everything. Like they will be recording like the students' performance. So if they are completing the task or not, if not, they'll help us if we contact them.
Okay. Quickly, in 2 or 3 sentences, if you were to sum up your entire technical training, what would you tell about it?
Yeah, like I can say that this is the best platform for everyone to start a career in development. And also I'll refer to my friends like who are planning to start a career. And the technical classes was very helpful. And the coming to communication, like I can speak before also, but in an introvert way. When the communication classes were started, so I'll get to know that what to speak and what not to in front of people in a organized way. So like that communication sessions also very helpful, and the and also the internship training also very helpful. The one who wants to start their career.
Okay. So I also recall, if I'm not wrong, from our communication sessions, but you didn't give up, right? And here
Yeah.
you are today after getting a job. So what made you not give up, and why did you stick around?
Being consistency, like completed graduation 2022, and it's about 1 year. So I need to do, and I need to start a career. So I've been consistent from 6 months, like joining in the institute. So I thought whatever like need to overcome, and and also the institute people were very supportive, so that if I got stuck in any place, they'll help. Like they have helped me.
Okay, great. So in that case, I'm sure there are many people out there and many students who will be watching your review, having that thought that, this is not going to work out for me. Maybe coding is not for me. People end up taking it, but don't want to
Yes.
complete it because it gets difficult, right? So what would you suggest for them? Maybe like a small piece of advice that you will tell that, you stick around and it'll happen. So what will that advice be?
I can only say that don't give up, and so be consistent throughout the program. Once you join, be here until the end and perform well, and practice more, and do more research and take help. Yeah.
Okay. The last question is very important question. What would you suggest as areas of improvement in the technical training and areas of improvement in the communication training?
Yeah,
What
it's
do you
all.
think should be added or removed?
I can say that it's perfect from day one to the end. The technical classes and the communication and the internship program, and like.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Yes.
One more question. I missed it. So you told me many things, right? Electrical to becoming a developer, then being an introverted person to being a little less introverted person. I'm sure you evolved in your own personal space over the 6 months. So
Yeah.
can you summarize that organized person? You became someone who can write down tasks and who sticks to the schedule. It can be anything. What were the personal growth that you saw in yourself?
Just being consistency throughout the program, and like how people receive when you speak. When we are in a group of people, how people receive and how to respond. And
so much.
yes.
Okay. And do you think 10,000 coders played a role in this?
Yes, definitely.
What would that be? I do understand that it was more personal changes, right? Change. But how do you think that 10,000 coders might have been instrumental for this change, or how it played a role in that change that happened in you?
Good platform to start. So from starting to now, like I have transformed in many ways, like in a communication wise, in a technical wise, and like personal starting a career.
Great, fine, thank you. That's about it. You answered all the questions, and thank you so much for your time. Can you quickly summarize everything that you told now in, say, a minute or two?
I'm Pranathi. I have completed my graduation in 2022 in the stream of Electronics and Communication Engineering. And after graduation, I was decided to join institute to start a career in web development. And I have joined this institute to my relatives. So I like the curriculum, and from live classes and the mocks and the being consistent and like learning is more important in this journey. So I have overcame all those and being introvert and got placed and the team is like very supportive